welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. All right, my hair is super crazy because it's just because it is. Okay? Ooh. Okay. My hair is always crazy. What's new? What's new? Nothing. Nothing's new. All right, anyways, so tomorrow I'm going to be having the Abundance Amplifier event. It's a guided meditation that I'm going to be doing live on a private server. If you would like to partake, go check it out. Oh, caught it, bitch. Okay, so my spidey senses are spideying. Let's put this on the floor. Okay, so if you would like to partake in that, go check it out. meevolving.com/shop/abundance amplifier event. And I'm going to be teaching in addition to the guided meditation, just so y'all know, I'm going to be teaching all of the participants at no extra cost how to amplify what it is they're trying to manifest during the 888 fire ceremony I'm going to be doing live. So it's going to require you use items that you naturally would have at home. I promise you have these items at home, and it's going to be an amazing, powerful opportunity for those who choose to go ahead and further amplify their abundance bringing in during the 888 ceremony. All right. So with the 8-5, because it's going to be going on tomorrow, I'm going to be closing this link later this evening so that we have time to get you the information. If you want to be part of it, go check it out. Just go check it out. Okay. All right. Oh, in addition, I finally have it up. Hold on. I finally have it up. The 888 fire ceremony. Okay. If you would like to get some work done, if you'd like a scan, if you would like, I don't know, whatever it is you like, whatever you like, go check it out. mevolving.com/shop/888 dash FC. Okay. It's also in the pinned comment. Anyways, guys, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard it's too late. You're back in control. You know what this means? Do y'all know what this means? This means someone effed around and now they're finding out. Ooh, it's like I'm hot and I'm cold. I'm yes and I'm no. I'm wrong and I'm right. Let me just put a little bit on my throat. I'm just saying. I'm saying. Yeah, the chicken nugget light lamp is back because your girl needs it. Yeah, I'm saying. So, just a quick update, you guys. The trip went amazing. The trip went amazing. And just for full disclosure, because I don't like feeling as though, you know, I want you guys to know what's happening. So, no, I didn't go to Switzerland. No, are you kidding me? I don't want to be anywhere near that fucktard. So, what I did was my soul instructed me to go to a certain place. I will not say where, but I'm aware of where the most potent where the most potent vortices are. And no, it is not Sedona. No, it is not Mount Shasta. No, it's none of those places. It's somewhere that's not spoken about. For those who know, we don't talk about it. Okay. It's like Energetic Fight Club. We don't talk about that. We just know where it is. And I will say the task at hand was successful. It was successful. If you can tell by my energy, it was absolutely successful. So, okay. It's too late. You're back in control. I'm thinking someone was trying to dim your shine somehow, right? And what happened? Well, they fucked around and they found out. That's what happened. I'm not talking about you intentionally like wanting to harm someone. No, I'm talking about this thing being the very thing, whatever it is you're dealing with. It became the very thing that helped you to understand how to properly position yourself within your place of power, which is a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Figuring out how to harness your energy, figuring out how to responsibly use that. Those are important. Okay. Very, very important. Más importante is a más importante. All right. So I'm almost done. I had shuffled these previously, but I like to shuffle them again right before I pull so that, drama ass people can be like, oh, she totally like no, they've been shuffled again. So I just like to reshuffle it because, some people are just drama. And plus, it makes me feel like the energies of the pull are very specific to that moment. All right, let's get started, guys. Too late. You're back in your position of power. So I'm going to need you to just take a deep breath in for real. Take a deep breath in and then allow yourself to exhale everything thoroughly. Just all the way out. Okay. All the way out. Let's get started. I feel an energy shift. All right. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh, I love this. Ooh. Ooh, I really love this. I'm not even okay. So, your period of incubation is done. Okay. You're not to hide away anymore. You are not to shrink away. You are not to allow yourself to enter into a space of trying to pretend like you're less than what you are, because that period of your life, of your journey, of your growth, it's done. It's done. Now it's time for you to kind of just sit back in your proper place on your throne room, in your throne. Just sit your ass on your throne. Okay? Just like own it. You have to own it. Hype yourself up. Like, don't like, okay, ladies, we're not going to be telling ourselves we're a bad bitch. There's no need for that. That comes from a place of trauma, right? That comes from a place of trauma. No, what we're going to tell ourselves is, I'm an empowered woman. Nobody can stop me, not even me. I am an empowered woman. Nobody can stop me, not even me. Tell yourself that a few times. Totally serious. Tell yourself that a few times and allow yourself to recognize where it reverberates inside you, whether it's in your heart, in your throat, in your belly, right? If it vibrates, resonates from the stomach lower, that's usually an indication that you're still in a space of survival mode. Okay. Being in your true power means no longer just operating from a space of trying to survive whatever circumstance you're in. This is the time where you're being invited by soul to begin thriving, enter into a space of thriving. That's the new cycle that your soul is asking you to begin initiating. Right. So that's the cycle. You have to be centered in this. You have to allow yourself to really just accept, whether you understand it or not, you have to accept that you are powerful over your own life. Okay. Maria, I love this. Yes. Glue your ass on that throne. That's solid advice. That is solid advice. Maria never steers us wrong. I'm serious. Maria never steers us wrong. Is why I love her. I love Maria. How's your mom, by the way? I was thinking of your mom, like, I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was just like, oh, I felt all warm and tingly. So I figure nothing's wrong. But really allow yourself to initiate a cycle that helps you to better regulate your fear, that helps you to better accept, accept, take in the reality and the truth of how powerful you are over your own life. Stop giving your power away, okay? It's too late. Whoever this is that's going to try and convince you that you need them. Ooh, is that what they did? Ho, ho, ho. Mm, come closer. Come closer. I need to whisper something. So, there's someone, and it's not going to resonate for everyone, right? There is someone in your life who decided they were going to try and withhold themselves, that they were going to try and withhold themselves in order to teach you that you need them. And when I say teach you, I mean like you're going to learn, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a mean thing. It's not even like, I guess maybe in their head, they were thinking it's a tough love type thing where they're going to give you tough love and that's going to force you into a space of like realizing how much you need them. That struggle will help you to understand that, you know, they're on your side and you need them and all of this stuff. No, fuck people like that. I would do it with, I will flip them off with my toes too if I wasn't feeling kind of sore today. Fuck people like that. When you need someone the most, if they're not going to show up, they just showed you who the fuck they are for you. Nobody. They're a nobody for you. Ooh, I'm riled the fuck up. Hold on. Hold on. I'm riled the fuck up. You do not. If you claim to love someone, you do not abandon them when they need you the most. You can be mad as fuck if you want. Okay? You can be mad. You can be cussing them out while you help them. I'm poking your ass in your chest. Ooh. I gotta calm down. I'm really fucking mad. I'm really fucking mad. I am. I'm livid. I'm livid. People who do that, my heart's fucking pounding. Who are you gonna fight, girl? Who are you gonna fight? I mean, there's you by yourself in the room. Just drink some detox tea. Take a sip. Calm your ass down. Hey, you got nobody to fight. Nobody even did this to you. You just calm down. Oh, that made me so mad. I can't even drink. Ooh, I can't even drink. Ooh. Oh, it make the ratchet in me come out. Ooh. Ooh. Girl. Okay. The real question is, why ain't you mad like that? I swear to God, you better not be making excuses for these people. I swear to God, the Son, the Holy Trinity with a ghost involved, involve his mother, involve his stepdaddy, involve all his fucking siblings, everybody, the whole fucking family, the animals in the manger. We all know you better not be making excuses for motherfuckers like this. I swear to God. I swear to God. This kind of shit riles me up. Ooh, okay. Let me calm it down because I feel myself surging. We gonna take out the Wi-Fi. Okay, calm down, girl. Ain't nobody did this to you. Ain't nobody did this to you. You only let people who you can trust, who would not do this to you in your life. You're safe. You're safe. And they're dogs too. That's right, Maria. Fuck them and their dogs, their mama and their cousins. Shit. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good now. We'll calm down. We've let that all out. We let that all out. Ooh, we let it out. Okay. I don't even know what I was talking about. I know I got real mad. Oh yeah, people who use your difficult life circumstance to, emotionally manipulate you, they need to be the fuck out your life. Okay? Like, I'm the type of person, I could be real fucking mad at you. I'm still going to help you. Okay? Because I love you and I don't tell people, like, I don't know. If I love you, I'm still going to help you. I'll probably cuss at you while I'm helping you, but I'm going to help you. That's not the time when you are at your lowest. That is not the time for me to flex and be like, see, you need me. What kind of fucking bitch ass shit is that? Okay. Anyways, carrying forward. So, that person needs to be removed, kick them to the curb, like burn all the pictures. Don't keep anything. Don't keep anything. Fuck that person or those people, that group. I don't even care if it's a whole family. Fuck them all. You got me, boo. You got our community. We family here. Except for toxic people, you're just the viewer. I'm serious. Okay, I'm done with toxic ass people. I'm done with toxic ass people. We as a whole need to be done with toxic ass people. Okay? We just do. We need to be done with that and we need to act like we're done. We need to carry ourselves like we are done. You can be sad. You can mourn the loss of what you thought was real love, was real friendship, was real, familyhood, familydom, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it is what it is, baby boo. It is what it is. A wonderful way to learn. You got this. And that you don't need toxicity in your life. Okay. You need to dedicate yourself to what you're doing right now. What you're doing right now is building the foundation from which you will never be shook again. Okay. You are in a very powerful space right now. Today is the day that things are being pushed forward. And the things that are being pushed forward are the very things that are helping you to realize your future is yours, is for you. No one else. No one else. Ooh. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's been a nutty ass several days. It has. It's been a nutty ass several days, and it's gonna be all good. I wouldn't say it's been a bad several days. I would say that it's challenged you to see things differently within yourself. For those who are in like a dark night of the soul type situation, right? Where everything is being cleared out. The people, the places, the circumstance that has really like, interfered with your healing process. Those are being cleared out. And for some of us, it's going to feel very visceral, like a very intense heaviness and pain within yourself. That's understandable. Okay. You're not being weak. You're not being dumb. You're going through the process. That should serve as evidence of you seriously committing to the letting go of the things that are no longer in alignment with your life, with you, with your growth and your healing. If you do this, and you're doing it because I see you, we resonate, we are family here, right? I know you're going to do this. You're going to do this because, honey, you have no other choice. Your life is being positioned, structured, adjusted in such a way that you literally have no other choice. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for the people who walk away to make room for what is really, truly for you. Okay? Be grateful for that. I will share something with you guys. Many, 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 many years ago, over 20 something years ago. Um, so in when I was much younger, in previous romantic connections, I have a history of being totally emotionally unavailable. I do. Cap Moon, Cap Venus. I'm saying I have a history of being absolutely emotionally unavailable. Once I've decided that you're not the right fit for me, that's just it. You're not going to convince me. You're not going to woo me. You're not going to buy me enough stuff. None of that. I'm just, when I'm done, I'm done. That's it. So I haven't had very many boyfriends. I haven't. I think I've had less than 5 or something like that. So the one person that I was just like, oh my God, I'm wooed. I'm so wooed. Ah, right. Uh-huh. Mhm. I was totally like, oops, sorry. I was totally like, "Oh, I want this to be my forever. I want blah blah blah." And I've never had a person break up with me before until this relationship. Which I mean, it was only like 3 months, 2 months, maybe even a month. I don't know. I think it was maybe a month, maybe 2 months. We don't know anymore. But this person broke up with me. And I was like, what? Who the fuck are you breaking up with? Is there someone else in the room? What just happened here? What? You seriously? You were breaking up with me? And that, oh my gosh, that was traumatic for me because I was like, why? I didn't even do anything. I haven't even acted a fool yet. Why? Why? I just asked the question. What? You're seriously breaking up with me? I mean, all of this stuff was running through my head. And we were just staring at each other and they're just like, yeah, that's we're breaking up. I can laugh about it now. It wasn't too funny back then. But I was devastated. I was devastated because for the first time, the moment I made myself emotionally available, right? Because I was like, this is it. This is like the real relationship. This is the grown-up one that's gonna last me my whole life. And then he broke up with me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was a bad bitch. And then when I stopped being a bad bitch, you hurt my heart. And I was upset. But I look back now and I'm so grateful for that. Because short of that, short of having my heart broken and my expectations absolutely demolished, I don't think I would have been properly prepared or even willing to create the space for the right one to come in. Because while I was in the middle of that depressive episode of like, ain't nobody want to be with me. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Hmm. That's when my husband came back into my life. I had met him like a year or so before that, and we never even spoke. But literally just a few months after I was dumped, I'm not bitter anymore. Um, that's when my husband re-entered into my life. And I'm so thankful that the unnecessary misaligned was removed. Even though it broke my heart, that was removed because that was never for me. That was never supposed to be for me. And it created the space for what is the most profound love I have ever felt for anyone outside of my children to enter into my life. You know what I just said to my husband today? We were driving, running errands. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but it makes sense to him, right? I was like, listen good to this, okay? I said to him, and I was totally serious, if I die before you, no, if you die before me, I totally want you to haunt me because I'm gonna feel abandoned if you don't. And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yes, I expect you to haunt me because if you don't, I'm gonna feel abandoned. I'm gonna feel like you just left me, that you just like, abandoned me." And he's like, "So you want me to haunt you?" Yes. And he goes, "All right. So if I go first and you wake up to the feeling of your nipples being twisted, you'll know it's me." And I'll be like, "Yes. Oh my God, yes. That's perfect." And then I said, "If I die before you, I'm going to haunt you. So if you wake up with your pants pulled down, like your underwear pulled all the way off, you'll know it's me. And then I'm still there with you. I haven't left you. I haven't abandoned you." And he's like, "All right. All right." Yeah, he agreed. With y'all as my witness, he agreed. So he agreed. That's legally and spiritually binding. Okay? That's legally and spiritually binding. So, yeah, I mean, whatever's being removed, it might hurt in the moment. But I feel like the level of pain that you experience as the things that you thought were for you are being taken away from you, that's going to be equivalent to the type of love, the depth of love and commitment, natural understanding of each other, natural desire to love and support each other. That's what's coming for you. It's too late. You're back in control. You know this. You feel it. You feel it resonating somewhere inside you. If you allow the foundation to be laid properly, right? The foundation, you're going to be extremely prosperous. Like extremely prosperous. There is no other person in this world that would. So my husband traveled with me. Okay. I'm going to give you an example of why I know that he and I are meant to be together forever. um, so we were traveling. It's not a hickey. What the fuck? Yo, I'm not like a teen. It's not a fucking hickey. It's that size. Okay, anyways. So we were traveling. We were traveling together, and he's the only one that would be absolutely not even questioning the way that I travel. I got pulled aside by TSA at the airport. I got pulled aside by TSA, and I was like, this is going to be so awkward if they open my luggage. This is going to just be so awkward if they open my luggage. Why? Because first off, and my husband knew because he watched me pack my luggage. In my luggage was a blush pink latex waist trainer. What? It was a blush pink latex waist trainer. And then there were knee pads. What? It'll make sense. There were knee pads. And then there were tactical gloves with fiberglass knuckles. And the kicker, there were also elbow pads. The kicker was the mask. Hold on. Let me you just hold on. You got to see it. You got to hold on. You just my husband had no problem with it. He was just like, all right. All right. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I got pulled to the side by TSA randomly. The guy was like, you have a laptop? Yes. Go to the other side. I was like, for what? No, all of them, Daddy. All of them.
No, I can't.
Okay. So hold on, guys. Hold on. This was in my luggage along with, hold on. I had a unicorn mask. I had a unicorn mask. Come in. Un momento, por favor. Un momento. Just say it. Un momento. Thank you, baby. Love you too. And because my husband is a manly man, I'm just saying. and he's like, all right, are you sure about this? I was like, it's okay. It's okay. He's like, all right. So that's how we traveled. Don't ask me why. It was needed. Don't ask me why. It was needed. It was needed. That's how I know he's the only one for me. He's the only one who would be like, okay. Well, at first he was like, you're serious? I'm not joking. When have you known me to joke? when do I joke about things like this? I don't. But long story short, they didn't open my luggage, which saved them because damn well I wasn't going to be embarrassed. I would be like, what? 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 You've never, what? So they separated my husband and I. They put me in a different line. And then he went through, he was already finished and he was looking for me. And then he saw me. He's like, what happened? And I was like, it's okay. Shh. That's what I did. And he goes, and he went and sat down and he waited for me. Okay. Have a love like that where you are absolutely free to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? I didn't miss out on anything by having someone hurt my feelings and break my heart and disappoint me and all those things. I didn't miss out on nothing. I promise you. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have wanted to travel like that. The last person before, excuse me, my husband, he would have been like, I think you should leave that. I don't think you should bring that to the airport. My husband wasn't tripping at all. At all. He was just like, all right, this is going to look weird, but all right. Right? So you're going to be prosperous. Let go of the very things that you thought you needed. I promise you, you don't need that. I promise you, you don't need that. For many people, you're going through an ascension cycle. And if it's a very prominent cycle that you're going through, it's going to feel like everyone is gone. It's going to feel like everyone has just been removed from your life, that you now basically have no one. It just feels like that. That's not the reality of things, okay? That doesn't I don't mean that it just feels like that, and you're tripping and people are, no. I mean, it's not going to stay that way. The people who are not aligned with where you are headed in life, they're going to be removed. Let them be removed. Okay. So just leave it like that. So, ancestors, remembrance. You're going to need to always remember who was there and who chose not to be when you needed it the most. This is not about holding a grudge. This is not about never forgiving, never this, never that. This is about you forever remembering who chose to kick you while you were down. Okay? Never trust people like that again. Never. Never give them your trust. Never again. Okay? Remember that. The ones who make it through this cycle with you, there is a very high likelihood that you will never need to clear them from your life. There's a very high likelihood that um, whoever they are, whatever they are for you, they're probably going to be there for the long haul, lifelong. You know, it's going to take some very serious parasitic type of infiltration for them to suddenly no longer be aligned. Okay. Everything that you're working on, everything that you're struggling through right now, and you're like, I don't think I can do this, I don't know if I can make this happen, it will be fulfilled. It will come to fulfillment. You are now back in control. The people who are being cleared out from your life, they're most likely the people who have been trying to somehow control you, very low key insinuate that you are not enough, that you cannot do it, that this and that. No, that's why their asses need to go. They need to go. They need to go. So, what does come in is going to be something full of passion. Okay. Doesn't necessarily mean sexual passion. It could be that it's a person who you share similar things that you're passionate about. Maybe they're as driven as you. Maybe it's someone who, um, maybe it's someone who can help to keep you focused on the things that you need to focus on, right? Because sometimes we get distracted and we feel like, oh, because I got distracted, that the drive is done. I'm no longer going to be able to. I'm no longer this. I'm no longer that. These are the people who can keep you very focused when you need to be refocused. Okay. So, there will be those who will try and destabilize you. There will also be those whose presence destabilizes you. Fuck both groups. I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively, emotionally, like get them the fuck out of your space. You don't need none of that right now. When you go through an ascension cycle and you level up for a bit, and it depends on the person, it could be a few weeks, it could be a few months, you're going to feel very raw. You're going to feel very vulnerable. You're going to feel like your skin is just has been peeled and you are so sensitive to even the air that surrounds you. That's very common for a massive ascension cycle. So many people are going through that level of ascension right now. The last thing you need are people who are aggravating to your process. That's not going to help you right now. When you go through this and you're finally done with the most destructive parts, things are starting to kind of clarify. You're starting to get some type of direction. You're starting to get a good sense of what you need to do. If anyone comes in and their presence destabilizes the stability you are just reestablishing, they need to go. They need to go. I cannot emphasize that enough. They need to go. You're going to be left very, very vulnerable for at least a few weeks. You're not going to know what your baseline is because you're being taken from a lower level of dimensional consciousness and placed to a higher one. You're not going to know what your baseline is until you acclimate to the higher. It's like living in an area that's below sea level and then suddenly being taking a plane ride to Cusco, Peru, right? For y'all who don't know, Cusco be high AF. I have, I think during that time, I believe I was residing in Colorado during that time. I love the state of Colorado. Anyways, I believe I was residing in Colorado. And so I've never had altitude sickness before. So I figured, no, I'll be totally fine in Cusco. We flew into Cusco. I didn't listen to anyone about flying into Lima and then taking several hour long ride to Cusco. I was like, no, fuck that. There's an airport in Cusco. It's fine. It was not fine. It was not fine. I almost died. It made me severely sensitive to altitude now, right? It's like going from somewhere that is below sea level and then being dropped off on top of a mountain. You're going to get fucked up. It takes like a week or two to acclimate to that extreme change in altitude. That is the best type of example I can give you. Now, okay. Hold on. So, it just so happens that a lot of the symptoms of altitude sickness is very similar to when you level up, like right at that point of being leveled up. Inability to exercise, fatigue, loss of appetite, low oxygen in the body, sleepiness, sleeping difficulty, nausea, rapid breathing, shortness of breath, a faster heart rate, headache, um, not peeing as much, respiratory distress syndrome type things. The respiratory distress syndrome is more like panic attacks, anxiety attacks. If you're having these type of symptoms, it's best to get assessed by a medical professional just to be on the safe side. I got to be responsible and let you guys know this. But those are the symptoms of being leveled up to a higher degree of dimensional consciousness. All of these love and light people, they think like, oh, you're just suddenly going to be like, namaste. No, you're not. You're going to feel very off. You're going to feel like you're not yourself. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel panic. You're going to feel all these different things. And it varies in intensity based on how willing you are to be fully present in this experience. Okay. If you're going to get freaked out, it's going to be a lot worse. It's going to be a lot. You're going to have a full on panic attack, anxiety attack. That's scary for people who've never had it. Baby boo, I've had panic attacks like a mofo. I always know. I'm like, I'll start with a panic. I haven't had it in a very long time, but when I start with a panic attack, I will have the shallow, rapid breathing. And some of the things that I experience is suddenly my nose and my lips will start to go tingly and numb. And then I'll get the lobster claws where you can't move your hands and suddenly they're like this. That's because you're not breathing enough. Breathe into a bag. It's not that serious. Like for real, you know, it will solve it. Too much oxygen, not enough carbon. That's all you got to do. Just calm down. That's all you got to do. Right? Take back in that which you spew out. Oh. Does anyone know of a good supplement that helps with subclinical hypothyroidism? Actually, yes, I do. I do. Quite a few different things. Quite a few different things can really help with optimal thyroid levels, but you have to make sure what your levels actually are. You have to get blood testing. And then I also have granular supplements that I take. The purest quality. It comes from New Zealand. They've never had mad cow disease there. So, yeah, I actually know exactly what I could share that with you. But you have to get your levels tested, your blood levels, TSH, T3, T4, all of those things. You have to get your hormone levels as well, estrogen effects, thyroid production, progesterone, all of that. Like all of that, all of that. Yeah. TSH is 6. Are they wanting to put you on Synthroid and stuff like that? I don't do synthetic. My body does not respond well to synthetic hormones or anything. Um, I've been on some hormone balancing herbs. Oh my god, you guys! I'm so into herbs right now. I'm about to be a fucking herbologist. I'm about to get certified in that. The only thing in my life I'm gonna get, I might get certified in that. They do. Yeah, you might want to look into granular supplements. Granular. I take Thyrogold. Thyrogold. It's just desiccated bovine thyroid. But you have to speak with someone regarding the dosing, how much to take, because you can very easily go from hypothyroidism into hyperthyroidism on the wrong dose. If it's not enough, it's not going to do anything to help you. You also need to look at your copper levels, your zinc, selenium. Those are things. Zinc and selenium help with thyroid hormone production. But if you take too much zinc, it's going to deplete you in copper. It's a very delicate balance you need to keep. So um, those are things you should ask a naturopathic doctor about. Naturopath. That would be the best thing to do. I can't give I can't give generalized information like that and have anyone risk harming themselves by wrong dosing, you know? But sharing the info, yeah, perfectly fine. Thyrogold, I take methylated vitamins. I also take burdock root is good, Vitex, wild yam, depending on the concentration or the ratio of your hormones right now, it might also be good to consider D-chiroinositol and or just the inositols. That would be a good place to start looking as well, because that will help to balance your hormones. For those who have PCOS, inositol is something that you want to look into. Again, I can't give dosage information or anything like that. You got to be very careful. People think, oh, it's just herbs. It's not going to hurt me. Yes, the fuck it will. Yes, the fuck it will. Absolutely, it can. It can fuck you up real bad. You got to know what you're doing. So, and then you have to be very forthcoming with the effects of the herbs that you're taking, with whoever is going to help you. I don't recommend doing it yourself unless you are very highly medically inclined, are medically intuitive, and have a very deep understanding of whole plant profiles and things like that. You could seriously mess yourself up. For example, I don't know what the hell was happening, but I didn't pay attention to what I was researching, and I began taking inositol. I was not mega dosing. I was taking the appropriate amounts that I figured out for my body weight and my condition, and I was not paying attention. I should have got tested again after a month of supplementing with inositol. I waited like 4 or 5 months, and I felt like something was seriously off. And so that's when I got another blood serum testing. And what happened was I basically stopped producing progesterone because I was dosing myself wrong. I wasn't paying attention, right? So I almost completely stopped producing progesterone, which means menopause, right? And I was like, oh, no, fuck no, bitch. Fuck no. No, no, no. Said a no, 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 no. And so I immediately stopped. And to counteract that, and I have to get tested again very soon. But I began taking Vitex and Wild Yam, and that pretty much balanced. I could feel the difference. I'm very, very sensitive to changes in my body. And I could feel the difference. My period is like clockwork now. I know exactly when it's going to start, exactly when it's going to stop. I've never been able to do that, but I got everything balanced out. My thyroid feels a lot better. I'm actually thinking of reducing the dosage. But again, you have to have all of these different bases of knowledge already existing within you to be able to understand it. I don't recommend you doing it on your own. You can fuck yourself up real bad, like real bad, very quickly. Herbs are so powerful, you guys. Just last week, my senior dog, we were like, this is it, kids. She's going to need to be put down. She's an end stage heart failure. Yeah, I had even told my class, like, yeah, no, we're doing hospice right now for her. And I know I was going out of town, and I was just like, I don't want her to, while I'm out of town, like my kids will freak the F out if they wake up and she's gone. And it was to the point where we were needing to carry her 90 something, maybe 100-pound ass outside. Like, I got the gear to carry her out. She couldn't even walk or stand. And she was wheezing, and like, I could tell end stage heart failure, like, and so I happened to find an herbal tincture that was created for dogs to assist with heart failure, like diagnosed heart failure. I read all the reviews. I looked at all the ingredients. I triple checked if those are all okay. This bitch is giving attitude now. Not only did it keep her alive, she looks at me like, you got something for me or what? Oh, first off, yeah. She's like got pep in her step. We still have to baby her, but the way her energy feels, and this is maybe like 4 days of supplementation, literally. Like about 4 days of supplementation. And now her face looks rejuvenated. She don't look like she's about to take her last, like she literally looked like she was going to take her last breath. That's how powerful herbs are. When administered properly, you can seriously change some being's life. Be careful with them though, okay? Be very careful with them. All right, so, and tinctures are extremely strong because you're getting the full plant profile up in there. All right. What is a tincture? It's when you take high grade alcohol. You could take like vodka, and then you put the flora, the actual matter, and you let it sit in there in a dark space, and you shake it up every day for at least 6 weeks. What ends up happening is the active components and the not so active primary type things, it gets infused into the alcohol. And depending on the concentration, depending on the amount of flora you soak in the alcohol and how much alcohol you have, that's what's going to determine the actual concentration of the active components in the tincture. I'm telling y'all, I read too fucking much. I was going to be an herbologist years ago, like 2013, but I didn't want to pay for the program. So instead, what I did was I purchased their entire Materia Medica. I purchased every single book that they use for the program. And I fucking read everything multiple times. Yeah. And I also happen to have quite a few different lifetimes as magical shit. Mage, sorceress, that kind of shit. Magical shit, witch, all of that. So I already have a very deep understanding of herbs and the medicinal application. So oftentimes I'll look at something or someone, I'll be like, burdock. Do you need burdock? And then I'll look up burdock and be like, oh, ooh, blood cleanser, ooh, diuretic, ooh, supportive of this and a supportive of that and this. And so that's how I know. I'll cross reference. So yeah, I'll look at the energy as well, and I'll be able to tell the metaphysical properties of the plant and if it is compatible with your energetic needs in that moment, because it's the energy plus the density of flesh. The energy causes the imbalance in the. You guys, I totally went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Okay, so card number 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly, but it's in reverse. You have to be very, very, very careful. Very, very, very careful about the people who will try and stomp out your growth. You're in the most vulnerable space right when you finish your ascension cycle. You're in the most vulnerable space. It's okay, Sochi. Yeah, I love those types of conversations. Focus, Emmy, focus. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, it's the you have to be able to read the energy and read the effects of the energy on the genetic expression of your genes, your actual genetics, human genetics. And when you pair those two together, you can read exactly which flora will support it. So yeah. Well, I can. I can. I know how. Card number 40, Sacred Fool. No, 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 no. You are not to play a fool for anyone anymore. You are not to disregard your needs, to disregard your time frame, timeline, your plans, just to accommodate another person's preferences, attitude, issues, wounds, childhood traumas. Fuck that shit for real. For real, unless it's a reciprocal thing where both of you, all parties involved, are interested, consciously interested, and consciously, willingly committed to helping the other recognize and heal through it, providing support. Fuck that shit. You've done that for far too long. You have done that for far too long. No more people projects where you love someone who is so broken because you think your love will make them whole. Your love cannot make someone whole. They have to choose to travel the road that takes them to a space of recognizing their totality and simply inviting you to witness a process, to be present with them. You can't heal someone who doesn't want to heal, who doesn't want to acknowledge something needs to be healed within them. And I tell you, you didn't break anyone. I promise you, their wounds existed before they knew you existed. Those are childhood wounds that are coming forward. You didn't do that. You probably triggered it. Your presence probably triggered it. Yeah, maybe. I could see how that could be. Did you cause the wound? No, that shit was already there. It was already there. So stop blaming yourself and telling yourself you have to fix them before you leave. Stop, stop, stop. Just go. Gather your crystals, gather your snacks, your drinks, whatever it is you need, gather it all and just go. Be out. Just be out. Okay. Collaborative dreaming. So, what this is telling me, sorry, I got it. Ah, eh, 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 eh. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got some really good news. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me put a heart. Let me heart this. Let me heart this. Okay, girl, get in control of your ADHD. You gotta hurry up. Okay, so collaborative dreaming, right? This was in reverse. Yeah, no, being around someone who is feigning sleep as much as you are faking it too is not going to help you, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, yeah, no, no. That's not even the same bird as you. It doesn't even come from their feather, does not come from the same place your feather comes from. Right? Right. Yeah. Leave them alone. Card number 43, come to life. Yeah. This is someone who they want you to come to life on their terms. Oh, you heard me right. They want you to come to life on their terms. What that means is see that little monkey? You see that little monkey? See, look, this little fucker right here is trying to tell you to paint things in a sweeter way. And they're going to be like, see, it's sweeter because you did what I told you. No, it's because you slathered some sticky ass shit on yourself. Soul is already telling you. You're ignoring soul. You're allowing this monkey that's working with this fucking heathen right here. Yeah, a heathen and a monkey. No, they need to go. They need to go. Never get your advice from a heathenist monkey team. No, fucking blasphemers. Blasphemy. They're teaching blasphemy. What you need is to listen to your soul. Okay? Your soul is already instructing you on what to do. And then there will be people who will cross your path, who will confirm, right? Who will confirm for you without knowing what your soul told you. They will confirm for you what you've already known. Okay? Card number 18, spirals of manifestation. Ooh, but it's in reverse. If you listen to this heathenist duo, and it can be a person who's serving as a monkey and your fear serving as a serpent. Who knows? It could be all kind of different combinations, right? They are interfering with the spirals of manifestation that are coming from you. Notice this is a solo image. Shield your heart and your thoughts from the people who seek, who exist to distract and derail you. You know what I'm saying? To distract and derail you. Okay? These are people who you don't even need to check in with if they're talking about you, if they're doing okay without you. Those are distractions. Once I walk away from someone, I don't check in. I don't look to see if you're doing okay or if you're suffering in my absence. I don't need to know if you're suffering. I'm the type of person who, once I walk away from you, I hope everything goes good for you. See you in the next life, or maybe not. See you in the next life, or maybe not. Hopefully not, if you were really, really bad to me in this one. Again, I don't need any more of that shit, right? Don't check in. Don't check in. Don't allow your fears and your insecurities to convince you to keep checking in, to see how they're doing, if they've moved on or anything like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just keep moving forward. So, right now you're feeling very hopeless, and that's okay. Why is that okay? Well, because hope is part of the infantile nature of the human consciousness. You are being transitioned from a space of hoping that something gets better, that something gets fixed, that someone steps in on your behalf. And you're being placed in a position where you can exist in a state of knowing that you have the capacity to overcome, to be able to handle all of the things you need to handle during this period. Okay. Your self-worth is upside down right now. That's okay. We're emptying out we're emptying out all of those insecurities and old perceptions that have kept you locked in a space of smallness, fear, all of that. Okay? It's fine. Your self-worth is upside down, and that's okay. You're going to go through the process. You're going to naturally find yourself being put right side up. You're also going to find yourself shining. As you begin to shine, all the people who should have been there, could have been there, shoulda, coulda, woulda, yeah, they're going to start coming back around. For what? If I needed you, this is my logic, okay? If I needed you and you weren't there, If I needed you and I told you I needed you and you weren't there, fuck you forever. 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 You see, it's one thing if I needed you and I didn't tell you because I'm really good, so fucking good at pretending I don't need anyone, right? I have this trauma response that's lived in me since childhood. And I'm really, really good at making it seem like everything's okay and not letting anyone know if I'm struggling, hurting, needing people, or any of that, right? I'm really good at that. So I don't expect anyone to just naturally, intuitively know when I need someone. If I tell you that I need you, I need your help, do you know how fucking hard that was for me to overcome all of my fears of rejection and abandonment that choke me into a space of silence and inability to speak for myself, to speak about my needs? Do you know how much it took me to overcome that just to tell you that I need you? And for you to then take that as I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm a little bit busy. I'm busy right now. I will never ask you to help me again. I will most likely never trust you with my heart, with my process. You will never be a part of my inner circle ever again. No, 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 never again, ever. I have this one person who was like a really, really close friend. Um, and it was at a point where I needed them the most. And they were being integrated into some of the different projects that I had going on. Y'all, when I say I'm a workaholic and I'm fucking driven like you wouldn't believe, like most people don't understand the degree that I operate at, which is fine, right? I'm a very intense person. And so when I'm driven about something, it's fucking intense. And my expectations of the people who are to be part of what I'm building is very intense. I understand that. But, if you're going to decide that this is the perfect time to have a fucking meltdown and cut me down, like stab me in the back, turn me around, cut my heart out, and then spit in my face, yeah, bitch, you're never going to fucking be a part of my life again. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. No, no, because I would never do that to anyone I love. Like I said, even if I'm furious with you, I will still help you if you ask me. I will still help you if you ask me. But when they show me who they really are, because I know the type of friend that I am, like I will literally give everything I can to you. You don't even have to ask. I will offer it. I will beg you to allow me to. If I see you struggling in any type of way, I will beg you to allow me to. Right? That's the kind of friend I never hold it over your head. I never keep tabs of how much I've done, how much I've spent on you, how much I've given. No, I don't. I don't. Once I give it to you, that's it. It's given to you. It doesn't cross my mind again. But to then insinuate, turn around and insinuate later, you're taking advantage of me, bitch. Okay, you're fucking out forever. For fucking ever. Forever. I will never forget that. I will never allow our connection to move past that. That's where you are, in the shit pile. Thank you for showing me who you really are. Because I would have never walked away short of that. Literally. I would have never walked away short of that. And then I look back and it's like there were already multiple circumstances where that person just shit on me. And I just quietly took it like, okay, so I have Asperger's. Sometimes I don't know the effects of what I say. Like I'm not intentionally trying to be rude or anything. Maybe I said something that I should have known not to say and it upset them and that's why they lashed out at me. No, I didn't say shit. I look back And I realized I didn't say shit that was inappropriate. They were already showing me who they are, but I didn't want to believe it. I was still able to make excuses. And that's why I didn't walk away. When people show you who they really are, they're doing you a favor. Believe them. Believe them. When they show you that their ego is more important than your peace, believe them. Believe them. Now, am I saying that specific individual is a horrible person? Probably not to other people. To me, yeah, you're a fucking horrible person. You're a horrible fucking person. For me personally. To other people, like, to my husband, to my children, to their other friends, you're probably not. You're probably a good person to them. To me, you're a horrible fucking person. And that's that. And I secretly hope you watch this. Because you know who you are and you know what you did. I will never allow our connection to move past that. Ever. Ever. So, mirrored souls in reverse. I think for some of us, what this is saying is that we think some of these people who are a super bright light in our life, like they're just, they're so good. They're such a good person. They have this shine and this and that. And it's like, no, honey, they're mirroring your shine. They're special because you made them special in your thoughts, in your heart. You made them special. They were never actually special. That's the reality of some things, right? There's this saying, I don't know who it's from, but there's this saying of once you pull yourself away from a person, you begin to have an opportunity to see they were special because you saw them as special, not because they actually were. It's because of you and the way you love them that turned them into this amazingness in your eyes and your heart. But when you take a step back because of the things that have happened, you begin to see how they really weren't that special. You just hyped them up in your head because you're a good person like that, because you see the goodness in everyone. I think it's time for you to see the goodness in yourself, for you to be able to see you are in control here. You are the one who gets to decide what will and will not happen in your life with your connections. And pretending to not be aware, that's not going to serve you. Turning a blind eye, pretending like you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, you didn't this, you didn't that, it's not going to help you. Just look at the reality of whatever this is. Just look at it. It is what it is. And make your decisions accordingly. All right. This is not about just bailing out on a circumstance and pretending it never existed. That's a trauma response. It's a form of avoidance. It's a trauma response. You have to be able to face yourself as you process the ways in which you've refused to listen to your intuition, refused to listen to the messages of soul. And it's not about attacking yourself. It's about facing it like, okay, this is what I was told by soul. This is what I chose to do instead. This is what happened because I chose not to listen. Maybe if I listen to what soul is saying, and yes, you can ask for confirmation, then I won't have so much struggle. I won't be so down and out, right? So card number 26, Sacred Journey in reverse. Listening to everyone else just because they seem spiritual does not make your journey suddenly sacred. Your journey is sacred when you listen to your soul and you allow the people that soul brings into your life to serve as a confirmation for whatever it is you need confirmed, validated, right? Like, I don't expect you to take everything I'm saying as like, okay, Emmy said someone's going to fuck me over. I don't know who it is. Is it this, or this person? Bro, don't do that. You're going to create problems for yourself. If I say someone's going to fuck you over and your immediate response is, oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. I know exactly who Emmy's talking about. Then the message probably isn't for you. Don't try to make it fit. Don't. I don't know everything. And this is general reading. Not all the things I say in any video has to be accepted and believed by you. Take only the things that already reverberate. Like, I know exactly who Emmy's talking about. Holy shit. This is my confirmation. Yeah, that message is for you. If that's how you feel, absolutely, the message is for you. I don't know who these messages are for. I don't know what parts will resonate. In my eyes, I'm just these cards. I see these cards. I see and feel things, and I'm just talking out my ass. I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know how it's supposed to affect you. I don't know what it's supposed to mean to you. And if you don't know what it means, if it's not confirming what you've already heard from your soul, that gut feeling, don't try and make it fit. Don't create more problems in your life. You should only be listening to yourself. And the messages you hear from me, they should only be confirming what your soul already said to you. That's how these videos are supposed to work. I'm not supposed to tell you what to do with your life. I'm supposed to just continue rambling until I run out of cards and then free you to decide for yourself what you're supposed to do with that info. Okay? Very soon, you're going to have things to celebrate. Why are you going to have things to celebrate? Well, those are things you're going to celebrate is because you're surrendering to your process. You're finally surrendering to the process that soul has been asking you to go through. Okay. So you're progressing. This is confirmation. It's confirmation you're making the progress, maybe slower than you want, maybe more confusing, maybe more self-doubt than what you thought would be present, but you're progressing. Now, the self-doubt and the slow rate of progression is because you're not allowing yourself to openly receive from soul the things you need to receive. You can fix that by surrendering to your process. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is a form of surrender where you allow yourself to accept that you are in fact being divinely guided, that you are in fact being protected and provided for by your soul, that you are in fact loved, supported, all of these really beautiful things. It's not only when you're in compliance. You're loved and supported all the time. But, just like when a parent tells you no, you can't go to a toxic friend's house because no, they're bad for you. You don't feel loved. You feel like, oh, you never let me have fun. Oh, but in reality, your parents is protecting you. It comes from a place of love. There was this video. Ooh, it's making me feel some kind of way. There was this video and it just popped in my head. I don't know the content creator, but it just so resonated in my heart because the dad was talking, I think he was in an interview, and he was talking about, they never, ever, ever let their daughter sleep over someone else's house. And they would allow her to have friends sleep over their house. They would get to know all their friends' parents and all of that. But their one rule was until you're 18, you don't get to sleep over anyone's house. They can come here. So for her 18th birthday, they asked her what she wanted to do. And she's like, a sleepover. And they're like, oh, okay, who are you going to have come over? And she was like, no, I'm going to sleep over at someone else's house. She's 18 now. Her parents are like, okay, be safe. And I think she called in the middle of the night crying. And her parents are like, what's wrong? What happened? At the sleepover, I guess they were all talking. All the girlfriends were talking. And they were sharing the things that like frustrate them and just like opening up to each other. And she brings up how, she hates how her parents are so overprotective and they never allowed her to sleep over anyone's houses because they were afraid. Um, their logic was, even if we know the parents, even if we know the siblings, we don't know the people who are allowed to come over the house when we're not there. Right. So, they just, yeah. And she shared this with her friends. And one by one, the girls were crying and sharing their stories of how they wish their parents protected them like that, because those type of things happened to them where they were still younger and they were allowed to sleep over friends' houses and they were violated by people, relatives, whatever it is that came over to visit, and they wish that they had been protected. And so she called her parents in the middle of the night, just in tears, with gratitude for being loved so completely, especially when she couldn't understand. And that's how soul loves you, completely, wholeheartedly, especially when you don't understand. Your soul protects you from the things that should have never had access to you. And it protects you by taking those things away before you're done. It gets taken away to protect you. If you're not going to listen, if you're not going to trust, you'll experience the very thing that soul didn't want you to experience because it was unnecessary heartache and pain. Every really fucked up thing that's ever happened to me in my life is because I tried to override the protection of soul. All the really fucked up cyberbullying that I was a recipient of for so long, that was because I tried to override the protection of soul. I walked away from the very female who would initiate all of this shit. I walked away not knowing why. And then I had this period, maybe like 6 months, a year later, where I was like, fuck you, soul. You don't know shit. Oops. And I walked back to that person, and it gave that person the opportunity to start what they wanted to do. In my absence, they had already formed groups to attack me. And this is the person who took so long to find someone. And they convinced that someone to do very dark magic on me on my birthday of all days, on my birthday. Type of magic that would cause cardiac arrest. And on my birthday, I began an arrhythmia. I could feel it. I was in AFib for hours. I was in AFib. I could feel the cardiac injury occurring. I didn't want to believe it. I knew exactly who initiated it, who performed the ritual. I knew the intent of the ritual. And I allowed it. For hours on my birthday, I allowed it. Because I felt like that's what I deserve. I didn't listen to soul. That's what I deserve. Is that what you deserve? Or do you simply look for the people who are willing to punish you in the ways you think you need to be punished? Because once upon a time during your childhood, someone convinced you that that's what you deserve. She got lucky. Both of them did. I didn't retaliate. These days, I will fuck your ass up and not feel bad. I will fuck your ass up, send it all the way through your entire ancestral line and not feel bad. I will make sure you know how fucking powerful and capable I am. If my soul tells me it's time to correct you, never again will I allow myself to remove myself from that seat of power, power over myself in my life, no one else's. But if you want to fuck around and infuse yourself and your energy into my life, you're going to fucking find out. I'm done playing small. I'm not the biggest and the baddest. I'm just enough for anything life sends my way, though. Anything life sends my way. Y'all need to reach a point in your life where you are done being your worst enemy, where you are done sabotaging your process, your healing, by continuously inserting yourself and remaining in the very toxic spaces that have no interest in allowing you to heal. Yeah, no, Lisa. Yep. I saw a quote that said, people don't hate you because they can't see who you are, but because they do see who you are and they hate themselves. Yes, that individual was aware. I was homeless at the time and I was bringing in a very solid income, and all of that would get donated to other people. I would only keep maybe um, 500-600 bucks per month to buy groceries and gas for my children. Yeah, everything else went towards everyone else. And they knew that. They knew that. And everyone who joined them knew that as well. It's okay. I'm not that person anymore. And it took me experiencing that to choose to not be that anymore, you know? If you've been attacked by black magic and after some months, years, that person dies, does that magic stay on you? It can. It depends on what they did, how they did it. It can. If it's infused into certain strands and things, and I don't want to say because there's dumbasses who will try. It can stay on you even after they've passed. If they don't know what they're doing and they're simply, finding things online, it typically is fueled by their continued obsession over you. And so once they croak, the magic croaks. But if they really know what they're doing, it's in their bloodline, they've been taught by um, elders in their family, things like that, probably not going to die because it has to do with their bloodline. Unless their entire bloodline dies, um, it's probably going to continue to fuel the work they did because they're simply working as an intercessor for their entire bloodline. Yeah. So that's a good question, Maria. Card number 43, rejuvenation sigil. They're seeking to suck you dry. Don't let them. Don't let them. Just no. You know what I'm saying? um, Boo, yes. Robin Sullivan. My story, same here. Made a ton of money for everyone else. Not today, not any other day, boo. Not any other day. Now, I can already tell by your energy, even though you make money and you're not going to do that anymore, you're still going to help people because that's who you are. And that's okay. It's okay to go through these things and not lose the part of you that wants to help, wants to give, nurture, empower. Just know who to do it for and who to avoid, like it needs to be avoided. I know you know what I mean. So, card number 19, awaken in reverse. These are people who are going to be faking their their lack of awareness of what they're doing, of how they've affected you, of all these different things that really is just like, no, nope, 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 right? You just, no, no, we don't want any more of any of that. Okay. Let yourself get in full control of things that you need to control about yourself and your life. Excuse me. 1 second. Huh. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. Card number 40, rebirth of magic in reverse. They want to halt the rebirth of your magic, please. They can't control that. Not even you can control that. You can interfere with it and um, theoretically compound the struggles that you face as you're in the birthing process, but no one can actually halt that. One thing I do want to share with you guys, in nature, when a mother of any species is about to give birth and she faces threats, she faces things that make her feel unsafe. It's not an unheard of for the labor to halt and the delivery to be delayed. That includes humans. I had a baby, I was in, active labor. I was something like 6 centimeters dilated, and then my baby was in +2 station, meaning the head is starting to engage into the birth canal. The doctor comes in and tells me, "You're for sure not going home. You are giving birth today." And then the doctor leaves, the nurse comes in and is a total fucking Contosaurus Rex. Like, "Bitch, I don't want you on my care team. Get the fuck out of my room. You completely are disrespectful, disregarded my entire birth plan, like, and it's a reasonable plan, and you're not even listening to me. You're not an advocate for me. Get the fuck out of my room." I was so mad by the shit this woman was saying to me. I was like, "I don't want you on my team." I told my husband, "Get her the fuck out of my room and let her supervisor know." So then the doctor comes in, like, "I heard something happened and that." I was like, "Yeah, please don't ever have her come in my room." Then the doctor's like, "I get it," and checks me to see if I progressed. She's like, "Ooh, she really upset." Yeah, she did. My cervix completely closed. I was dilated to 0 centimeters at that point, and the baby was at I don't remember what she couldn't even feel the baby's head. Baby went all the way up. She couldn't even feel the baby's head. She was like, "Okay, we're gonna send you home." I was like, "Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Send me home because I don't wanna be here." And then when I went into labor again a few days later, um, the same person walked, "No, get the fuck out." As soon as I saw her get the fuck out, "No, you're not interfering with this shit." She turned right around and went out. "Thank you. I respect you for listening to me today." But that's the thing. If you are rebirthing yourself, right? I feel tingles in my scalp. If you are in the process of rebirthing yourself, and there are those who not only are they disruptive, but they cause you to feel threatened in your own space, um, it will interfere with your process. That's why don't let them around you, because you can rebirth yourself. You can go ahead and rebirth your now, for many of us, your intuition is letting you know that something is going on, but you're not listening to it. So you have to listen to that. Does my audio sound okay? Can you guys hear me okay? I got really upset thinking about that lady, and I don't know if I messed up my audio. My bad if I messed up the audio. Final card. Um, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, no. Okay. Is it going in and out? Hi. Sound better? Oh, wait. Sound better now? I hope it sounds better now. Okay, there we go. Sorry. That's how upset that lady made me. I was perturbed, to say the least. All right. Okay. Let's do this card. Here goes. Maybe that's why that baby of mine is such a badass. That's my kid who is an energetic badass. That's bathed in my frequency like that. Oh my gosh. All right. Probably is what did it. What? Okay. Mahakali. Ooh, girl. I'm saying. Saucy. Look at you. Just she about to fuck shit up. I'm saying that's uh-huh. Mahakali. Her magnificence steadies the anxious mind and reassures the heart of the empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of the Divine Mother would be like trying to cram the entire ocean into a teacup. Such wisdom is vast and our perspective is limited. Yet we don't need to understand divine will to benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us every grace necessary for our blessed fulfillment. First of the 10 wisdom goddesses, or Mahavidyas, is a 10-armed Mahakali. She is laden with her sacred weapons. Many arms and weapons symbolize the capacity of the Divine Mother to work beyond human limitations, right? So it's this thing of you being asked to work beyond the human limitations. The contrast is not intended to diminish the dignity of our humanity. Humans have a tremendous capacity for heroism, kindness, love, grace, and generosity. Rather, it's an encouragement to engage with the divine with perfect trust in our hearts. Multiple weapons represent multiple creative powers to conquer multiple issues. This is what your soul is doing for you right now. It's conquering multiple issues using multiple modalities simultaneously with and without your conscious awareness and conscious consent. Soul is all powerful, omnipotent, omnipresent. That's a part of you that came from God. More than two arms indicate that divine workings are not limited by our human perspectives or capacities. This is reassuring. The divine can accomplish works beyond what would be possible through human effort alone. Mahakali means great Kali. She is known as the guardian of the cosmic order, the one who selects the timing for all unfoldment. Nothing can be accomplished without the necessary preparation and not before it's the right time for it. You can't rush this. You can't rush your process. You can't allow your desire to speed through this difficult time to be the thing that causes you to sabotage your own process. Nothing can be accomplished without the necessary preparation and not before it's the right time for it. Such process and timing are determined according to higher wisdom capable of assessing and meeting the spiritual needs of all beings simultaneously. We cannot know what the order of events must be to accomplish a divine mother's purpose. In hindsight, we may attain glimpses of her unfolding genius, but to live in harmony with her requires us to trust in what is unfolding and to work with that, even when events seem to be going against us or we cannot see the way to succeed. How do we proceed with such trust? There is no magic to it. It's a choice we make again and again. When we sense the next step is before us, we proceed. When we need to wait, we wait. We do not try to force, but we tune into our hearts and sense what is guided in each moment. We allow ourselves to feel intimately known and connected with the divine as our ally. We recognize that a sequencing of certain events needs to happen. The events are sequenced, meaning your soul has a divine order that it's working with, right? This enables lessons to be learned so we are ready at every stage for what needs to come next. We're not being denied or blocked. We are being loved. It is protective compassion that prevents us from seeing anything other than the next one or two steps ahead. To know more is not always helpful. I promise you it's not. As someone who can see clearly very far ahead at times, one of my most highly developed abilities is my precognitive ability. Why can't I read for myself in that way? Protective compassion. That's why. That's the very reason I'm not allowed to learn astrology, because I would be able to use my precognitive ability, have a very good estimate of the time frame, and then use my expansive knowledge of astrology to get the exact time, date, location. That's cheating. I'm not allowed to cheat. So no matter how hard I try and learn astrology, it's not allowed to enter my actual brain in one ear, out the other. Protective compassion. It's not always in your best interest to know everything that's about to happen. It's just not. Trust that your soul is always looking out for you. It's always seeking to protect you from things that are unnecessary. Although, if specific knowledge would support us on our path, then we can be sure it will come to us. I'm allowed to know to a certain extent for my own journey so that I can properly prepare, so that I can fall into deeper submission emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically. Because sometimes it takes me some time to be like, all right, I'll stop. What did you want me to do? I'm not even joking. Sometimes it takes me a while. When will that happen? Mahakali reminds us it will be at the best time. It may be after we have acknowledged there is a problem we need to resolve, or when we have created some mental space. So, an essential understanding is not lost in psychological clutter. That's what I was just talking about, right? If you have ever felt like you have your best interests or your best insights after a shower or after you switch off during a yoga class or exercise session, then you have experienced how much easier it is to access inner guidance when you switch off and empty the mind. Sometimes the energy that is being allowed to enter into your space to prepare you for a specific spiritual process, it's stored in your muscles, and that creates tension. It creates frustration. It creates almost like an ADHD, can't sit still, don't know what's going on. And when you exert physical exertion, I'm talking about physical exertion, exert that energy in the gym, running, whatever it is, you can then begin to create space to fall into better compliance and alignment with what soul is already planning for you. Be here now and attend to what you can attend to now, leaving all else until the right moment is upon you. Your heart shall instinctively know that moment without needing to be told. All that's happening now is growing you towards that moment. All that has happened before has grown you into capacity for this moment. That is as it is. And Mahakali's beautiful wisdom dance, as she wields the weapons needed to provide the right conditions, the right endings, the right beginnings within which a soul can flourish. And what we need to realize is an ending has always, will always, is always the precursor to a new beginning. That's what endings are. They are the precursor to new beginnings. Trust what is happening now will give way to a new expression, but the time is right. This will be when your readiness matches the requirements for success, and when those who can benefit from your increasing soul awakening have awoken sufficiently also. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Flow with it. Flow with it. Ooh, here's a prayer that you could say. Mahakali Adishakti, Queen of Cosmic Order, I bow to your wisdom. I humbly acknowledge that the closest I can come to understanding your workings is to show reverence for the mysteries of life. And so I love and accept who I have been, who I am now, and trust in the continued unfolding of my being under your skillful care. The chills. I open to the blessing of the needed thing, the needed task, the necessary knowledge, and your sublime, generous grace. I summon the courage within my heart and the trust in your love for me, and I proceed for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May all beings know your loving presence and embrace their divine destinies as prescribed by your wisdom, hearing heart. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Kali Ma. Ooh. The tingles. I feel like I have to read this line over again. Look at this. Look at her. I humbly acknowledge that the closest I can come to understanding your workings is to show reverence for the mysteries of life. And so I love and accept who I have been, who I am now, and trust in the continued unfolding of my being under your skillful care. I am open to the blessing of the needed thing, the needed task, the necessary knowledge, and your sublime, generous grace. Like, ooh, everything is happening as it should, as it must, as it will, regardless of whether you understand or not. And if you think your agreement is necessary, well, if you can't understand, then your disagreement is invalid. It's been invalidated, not by anyone but yourself. Your highest levels of consciousness know what direction to lead you, what details are important, and what can simply be flicked off of your shoulder like an annoying bug. You have to trust in no one but yourself. Trust that you understand that you eventually will reach that space of conscious understanding and awareness of how deeply you understand. But until then, trust in your ability to understand the very thing you cannot consciously comprehend. It'll be okay. Oftentimes, the understanding comes after the experience has already unfolded and you have taken the time to parse through the details of what you've lived through. Everything is unfolding in perfect time and measure. This is a very beautiful period, a very beautiful time for you to reclaim your personal power, to no longer give any second, third, or fourth thoughts to the circumstances and people who have been nothing but a distraction and a disgrace to their own freaking sovereignty. A true sovereign never tries to dominate another. Because to exist as a sovereign, you must acknowledge the sacredness of someone else's sovereignty. This is a powerful period. Very, very powerful things are coming to fruition. Do not block them. Do not block your own path. Do not degrade or retard your own progress. Like slow it down. Don't do that. Don't muck up your path. Just flow with it. Allow life to take you exactly where you belong, where you've been traveling to this entire time. Hold on. Michael's asking me if I know what it says on my Facebook profile. I don't. I don't, because I don't look at my profile. What does it say? Hold on. Oh, my goodness. What does it say? What does it say, Michaela? What? Who are these avatars? What in the hell was that? Wherever you think you're supposed to be, your soul is already leading you there. What, bitch? Okay. What? Okay. Here goes. Let me put this on the screen. That's good. I don't know how long that's been there. Here you go, guys. Whatever you think you're supposed to be, wherever you think you're supposed to be, your soul is already leading you there. I think for some of you, your soul is guiding you to the very thing that scares you the most, the thing you can't control, the thing you can't predict. This is to help you learn how powerful you are. I learned many years ago. The only reason I would need to be able to know everything in advance is to prepare out of fear, because I did not trust my ability to be able to handle everything my life sends my way. And now I just flow. I just flow. I flow because I know, beyond a shadow of any doubt, whatever it is my life brings my way, I'll be able to handle it and thrive beyond it. So the person who's attempting to access my energy right now, how's that feel? I'm not even trying yet. I'm not going to push your energy away. I'm going to continue to access it until you choose to pull it away. The more I access it, the more you will feel what I'm doing. Do you want me to let you feel what it feels like when I actually apply myself? Because you'll feel it physically. It will cross through your etheric field, enter all of your chakras, be communicated to your fascia, and you will feel it in every single muscle fiber and organ. And if you think I'm bluffing, I don't know the concept of a bluff. That was me turning off all of your abilities. You're effectively defenseless right now. How would you like for this to proceed? Once my energy enters your fascia, it cannot be undone. It will burn through your nervous system. My imprint will be left behind. Do you understand the gravity of that? Everything and everyone that tries to attack me every second of every day, because it's nonstop, they'll think you're me. May I remind you, all of your abilities that you've learned in this life and the abilities of all of your ancestors through your entire line, they're turned off. There's only one other person incarnated at this time that can access codes to that degree. I promise you, he will take my side before he takes yours. You will have no help from anyone. The next time you try and make a puppet and put a picture of me inside that puppet and start digging needles and shit into the puppet's head, you better make sure it's not someone like me. You notice I have no fear. You notice I'm in full control. The 11th gate has opened. Do you understand what that means? The lifetimes I've blocked, they've all come back. What you think you know about me from what I've previously shared? That's child's play. You have no idea. You have no idea. It's now entering into your fascia. I feel no sympathy. May only the good parts of you be spared. Unfortunately, there's no goodness left. You picked the wrong fucking one. You've done this to quite a few people. I am their karma. You fucking coward. You hide behind a screen, doing this to other people. You pick the right fucking one today. And every time you see my face or hear my voice, it will burn even more. Steer clear of me and anyone I protect. This is not even my wrath yet. And yes, my response is sanctioned by creation. No one can undo what I've initiated, save for one person who I promise you, he will not take your side. And anyone who tries to help you, they'll understand why they should avoid you. You fucking pariah. You know? It is time for people to learn the consequences of their actions. To try and access someone's energy is an act of war. To create a puppet, a voodoo doll, with their picture inserted into the doll, that needs a fucking correction. I don't feel bad. Not at all. Not at all. I already said I'm no longer going to allow people to do shit to me without any kind of consequence. You needed it. And trust me, I'm still being very kind and gracious in this moment. Because I could have done so much more. I'm not afraid of my abilities. I'm not afraid, who knows? Because this is me going back where I belong, on my throne within my throne room, sitting in my seat of power over myself and my life. No one else. If you want to insert yourself into my throne room, you will suffer the fucking consequences. You never enter the throne room of a royal bearing weapons, especially if you don't know how to wield them, you fucking idiot. Anyone who makes a puppet for you will have the same consequence. Let it be known. This is the fuck around and find out channel. Okay? Let it be known. This is the fuck around and find out channel. That's me exhibiting grace. How your nerves feel? Like they're on fire? Good. None of the medications that doctors put you on will work. And all of the tests will come out inconclusive. Yeah. You see, there's no testing that can detect the type of energy, the frequencies that are running through your field right now. By tonight, you'll have a screeching in your ear. Excuse me. Many things are hunting me right now. You'll hear their call. Because again, They think you're me. It's only fair that you understand how your behavior is. It's not just people that do this to me. People think I have this badass type of aesthetic. It's not an aesthetic. And I'm not badass. I'm just sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being hunted since childhood. It's okay. Thank you for the reprieve. They're going to be hunting you now. And just for the record, because of the intensity of my frequency, they often come in legions. You didn't know that, huh? No, you're not going to be dealing with one principality at a time. They often make groups. Yeah. Yeah, usually between 6 to 8 principalities will team up to try and brute force entry into my field. It doesn't work, though. For you, I hope you have spiritual lube. That's what happens. That's what you get. No one should feel bad for you at all, because you've attacked quite a few people. I saw quite a few people's faces flash. When I said that, you thought I didn't know? Yeah, no, I actually don't need your permission to read your field. I just do that out of courtesy. Anyone who knows me knows this. I don't need your fucking permission. I can enter your field whenever I want. I mean, you can't do shit. I just mind my own business out of courtesy. Yeah. Uh-huh. You want the exact number? $72. 72 content creators who have done nothing to you. You've made 72 puppets for 72 content creators just to test if you can do it and not get caught. Yeah. I see their screen names too. And what platforms you did this on. I also know your government name. You should never underestimate someone who plays stupid just for the fun of it. You should never. You should never. It's a good lesson for you to learn today. All right. Anyways, community, I'm done playing. I'm bored. I'm bored with that person. I got to get ready for class. I have to teach class later today. If you would like to partake, let me see, not in class, but in my event, the Abundance Amplifier event. That's going to be a private event on a private server. So if you'd like to participate, it's tomorrow. By later tonight, I'm going to turn the link off. You won't be able to purchase. So if you do want to participate, you got to go to it soon. And you can get your tickets there. In addition to that, excuse me. I know I'm talking very matter of fact because, it's not new. The whole making a puppet thing to fuck with me while I'm live, it's not new. Nothing got in. The reason I recognized that someone was doing something was because Mikael over here was like, are you just gonna let them keep doing that? Well, I mean, if you feel like I should address it publicly, sure. I'll address it publicly. Yeah. All right. So I'll be live on the 8th for the 888 portal. If you would like to purchase an expedited request, if you would like to purchase a scan, a reading, if you would like me to do energy work, all of those options available are geared towards maximizing the beneficial effects on you, your journey, your life through the 888 portal frequencies. This is a completely next level type of portal because the 11th gate opened. It's still, dilating, but it's whopping, but it's pretty big, right? It's going to reach its apex in dilation on the 8th, but it's stuck open at this point. The importance of that 11th gate portal is that it's going to bring in frequencies that have not been able to been harnessed by the average person. It's something that it goes through periods of oscillation, meaning opening, closing, opening, closing. And it's been doing that for as long as I've known. But it hasn't been able to be used. The frequencies that come in have not been able to be used by just anyone. You had to have a certain type of morphogenetic scalar wave patterning to be able to even take it in, much less harness it intentionally. This is different because now it can be used by everyone and not used against other people. Like the whole demonic behavior shit needs to stop. It can be used by you to begin really integrating a lot of the upgrades that are coming in with the 888 portal. So it's a very beneficial one for everyone. Again, if you would like to purchase an expedited request, I have some pretty advanced activations. You don't have to know what they are or understand the words. I would highly suggest just picking what you're drawn to, whatever kind of strikes your fancy. That's probably what your soul is guiding you to select. And then I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. Oh, there was I did need to share where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's not even it. Oh. Oh, here. Okay. The Rainbow Dragon's Breath activation. I've never released that publicly. And then where is it? Bioelectric life path rewrite. That's going to be extra potent on the 8th. Where is it? The scalar wave. No, that's not it. The Arcturian Hydrotech cleanser is really good for clearing out a lot of the different caca that you're probably not even aware has been creating so much drama for you. Where is it? And then I think it's all the way at the bottom. Because I don't know where I put this stuff. Where the hell is it? It's the Aura Spectra. Let me find it. I don't remember the exact name. Aura Spectra. Okay. Well, Aura Spectra. Bioregenesis. Okay. It's opening. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Aura Spectra Bioregenesis Advanced Etherocymatic Activation. That's really fucking advanced. You've been having all these problems with all kind of different aspects of your life. That ditty right there, it works in an octodimensional way. 8 levels of existence, 8 directions. It's pretty pronounced. But yeah, and then the Solar Dragon combo is always a banger. I gotta go, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Y'all, please do not be a demon horita. Don't do things to people. they haven't even ever interacted with you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay in your own lane. Have a beautiful life. Be happy. Be at peace. You know, leave people alone. Leave people alone. And yes, be safe. Y'all give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Again, if you'd like to join me for my meditation tomorrow, you got to sign up by tonight before I shut the link down. meevolving.com/shop/abundance amplifier event. You can sign up there, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.